So welcome folks to the Long Dark. I am your host, Alien Pirate, and today we are going to play the Long Dark. And I am going to call this playthrough a Noob's Journey. Because I am a relative noob at this game. I started watching the videos for this game a while back, and I always said that if it ever came out on Xbox One, I would get it and I would play it. So my adult stepson, who lives in another state, came to visit us, and I was showing him the videos and told him how much I would like to play the game, and he bought it for me and sent it to me, and I have played one playthrough with it. I did 30 days or so, just so that I could get used to the buttons and figure out how to do things like crafting that I see other people doing, and I have no idea where I am at. And I thought it would be pretty cool to play it, and from watching other people play it, I thought, yeah, this is a pretty easy game. Boy, was I wrong. It has been a challenge in the first playthrough that I did, because watching people play a video game and playing a video game are two entirely different things. So I think I should have went the other way. So I had a lot of struggles when I first started playing this game, figuring out what to do and how to do it. And I got on YouTube and I looked for some other gameplays of people just beginning it, and what I mostly found was people playing the game that had played it before and were starting new playthroughs, but they knew where everything was. I did not know where everything was. Like, I just spawned here and I had no clue where I was. Now I have a clue. And I realized that the game is a lot harder than I thought it would be. So when he sent me the game, or when he was down here, I was joking with him. I said, yeah, if I ever got the game, I would play it and post YouTube videos of it. So he bought me the game and he said, waiting on the YouTube videos. So here we are. It's not the only reason I'm doing it. The other reason is I have a teenage daughter, and when I mentioned that, yeah, I'm going to do YouTube videos, I guess I can get up there. Ah, you crap. So, hopefully I have bandages. When I mentioned to her that I was going to post YouTube videos, she looked at me and said, no, that would be embarrassing. And as any good father would do for his daughter. I took that as a, yes, Dad, go ahead and post YouTube videos. So here I am. Okay, and I know where I'm at now. So I did do a playthrough of this, about 30 days worth, just to get used to the buttons, get used to the controller, because I am not an individual that plays first-person shooter games. I'm no good at them. I can do most everything in them except for the aiming with the controller. So I had to get used to this controller and figure out, ooh, some frostbite is. Okay, so we're here. I want to run down. I do not want to get frostbite on my first day. I did learn that frostbite is a permanent hit on your health, and you can't get it back. So we want to avoid that at all costs. There we go. And what I'm going to do first, I watched a YouTuber, and according to the... Ooh, magnifying glass. Definitely want that. Your first 24 hours in this mode...
This'll come in handy.
And I'm not in the hardest mode. I'm in the second hardest mode. The first 24 hours you don't have wolves. You don't have bears. So you can actually get set up pretty good. And that's what I'm going to do. There are rifle cartridges. Definitely want those. And right now I'm looking for clothing and ammunition. And I'm also looking for weapons. So when I did my playthrough to learn a little bit about the game and how to play it, thing there. I got something over here. When I did that, we got a pot. And we're going to move it over and put it there because I may need that really soon. I'm warming up and not very good. But what I realized was that you need clothing and you need weapons.
Looks like it's been here a while.
Food in this mode is not that hard to come by in the beginning. There's another pot. But if I have a grace period, do I have a sleeping bag? 80%.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
This one is 40%. I think I'll leave that. I want to get as much as I possibly can in the first 24 hours. And I learned this map, and I also went to Pleasant Valley and looked at Pleasant Valley a little bit. Just so that I could start this series and not die in the first few minutes of it. So let's look at our clothing. Wow, I have really nothing. So let's put the boots on. That really doesn't give me much protection. I was hoping to find a coat here, but I don't guess I am. Okay, so we're going to do really cold. Let's do. Let's pass time hour. Try to, well, that didn't help us much. There are some cabins and some places I want to hit. Looking for clothing and supplies so that I will be better prepared. And right now it didn't give me much of a start as far as my clothing. So let's go down here. There's some cabins over here. And I'm running in wind.
Damn, I'm freezing.
So I want to check these out real quick, see if I can get some clothing. And then check out some of the other areas while I still have the grace period. So as I said, I know this map fairly well, but I do not know the other maps. I did go through a couple of the, I forget what they're called, but it's the transition points, I guess, going from one map to another, just so that I could figure out where they were. But most of my exploring, once I get off these two maps, I will have no idea where I'm at, other than what I can remember from other YouTubers. So if you're watching this expecting to see somebody that knows the game really good, you're not going to get that. But what you will get is somebody that is playing it for the first time, who is a relative noob at it. And you can see some of the mistakes I make, and it may help you not make those mistakes when you play. That. And in the beginning,
I'll take it.
I will take everything. And when I get clothing, I will immediately put it on.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Don't need scrap metal yet. Here. So we hit this fishing shack and then go over to the cabins real quick. Actually, I already hit the fishing shack. See, I'm already lost. So there's this one. And we should have the wind at our side when we go looking at the other ones. So I'm going to take full advantage of this grace period. I have found that our furry four-legged friends in this game do not like me very much. Tend to attack me a lot. But I did a little bit better when I finally found a weapon. And I realized that in this, for us noobs, the weapon is key. You've got to find a weapon. Nothing up here. Don't need that book. I don't see see any clothing about.
Probably useful.
So right now, clothing and weapons are the things I am looking for most. Trunk. Alright, so that'll help a little bit. And we'll wear that. Doing air matches. Alright, let's go take a look at the other ones. I do think I know where, well, in my first playthrough, I know where I found one rifle. I was going to go for it first, so I realized my clothing was in such bad shape. I need to get clothing first. I was hoping there would be clothing. Mariner's Peacoat. I would love to have one of those about now.
This will come in handy.
That will come in handy. So let's see if I find anything else before I put it on. Another trunk. Give me something good. No. Alright, so I do believe the game hates me right now.
I think I can use this.
Yes, I can. Tinder plug. Pull it out. Put that on. So I'm up to 9 degrees. Not the greatest, but not the worst. And I did pick up that sweater and forgot to check it out. See if it's warmer than what I have on. We'll do that when we get in the next cabin.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Oh, something there. A note. We'll read those later when we have more time. It's good. Cloth. Some crackers. And I don't think a baseball cap will help me, but that will. Alright, no weapons here. No more clothing. So let's look at our clothing. And yes, it's much warmer. So let's go over here. We'll put that on. Now we'll take a look at between these two. And right now that one is the better one. Go down here and wear the gloves. So we're up to 11 degrees. Here. So let's take quick inventory. I do have a flare. And I've got food. A little bit of medical supplies. So let's drink something because it will allow us to warm up a bit. So drink that one. And it will also give us some calories. Well, I meant to hit the 44 one, but that's okay. Alright, so right now I'm going to head back toward the railroad tracks. If I'm not mistaken, there is a... Oh, there's another cabin. Let's get something good. The day is moving along, so it may get warmer. I don't need the shoes. That's weight I don't need. Over here I got a tan. So let's see what else this cabin will give me. And it looks like not much else.
Probably
Dog
useful.
food. Nope. I will take that. And nope. First playthrough, I got food poisoning several times eating things that were not all that great. Right now just trying to kill a couple of minutes to warm up because it is a long run to the train cars. Alright, that's about all I can afford here. So we have the train cars and we have the hydro dam. I really didn't want to go to the hydro dam yet. You can get a lot of good loot. And I don't think there's much in the way of weapons there. I don't believe they spawned at the hydro dam. Wind has calmed down. So I want to check the train cars, which is where in my first playthrough I found a rifle.
It's so
Another
cold.
cabin down here.
I just
This
want
is
to lay
that
down
cabin.
for a bit.
Sewing kit. I need that to fix my clothes up. That metal's too heavy right now. Ammo. No revolver to go with it. Okay, so there was a cabin over here. Let's check that cabin real quick. Going through my energy pretty fast. My first playthrough I couldn't get near this cabin because every time I come over this way there was a bear. And he really liked staying right in front of this cabin.
I'll take it.
Yes, I will. So we'll search this cabin pretty good. Just in case I can't get back over this way again.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
When I first walked in, I saw the broom there and thought, yeah, I found a rifle. Rifle racks. Okay, so let's put this on. And yeah, it's not as warm as that. So I am frostbite risk. Let's see that again. So looking at my status, I'm still a little ways away from frostbite. I think I should be able to make it over to the train cars. And I just thought what I should have done when I rested, when I passed time, was actually slept. And I did not do it. So see, mistake number one. If you're a noob at this game, instead of passing time, first 24 hours, sleep for an hour. Would have warmed me up better.
Oh, so cold.
And worked on my energy level. Okay. So let's keep running. Just daylight. I could go this way, or I can go up this way and around, and then I can hit those two train cars. See if I can find a way. Or I can go the other way and go to the... So I'm not sure which one to do right now. And I'm taking a lot of hit on my condition. So I think I do have to stop here before I go any further and get warmed up. I did watch somebody playing through this, and they said that sometimes rifles can be leaning up against houses and sheds in the back. So I definitely want to make sure that I check those. Let's see, do we have any accelerant? Yes. And I have one of those. So that'll give me 1 hour. And I'm going to go ahead and do I'm actually going to put my bedroll here, and I'm going to sleep for 1 hour. So healed hypothermia risk. And I know that was kind of a waste of a fire, of a waste of an accelerant. But I really needed it. Once I find a weapon, I feel better. And I can start moving a little bit slower. So the train car was down here. There it is. And hopefully it'll be kind to me and give me a weapon. If not, I think I need to go to the trapper's cabin. I did find a pistol there when I played through it. Found a rifle here.
This'll come in handy.
Okay, so I turned my mic off a second because I felt a sneeze coming on, and it actually did not materialize. Those on. 13 degrees. My frostbite risk did go down. Not as much as I would have liked. Let's go over here and look. Crow feathers, I'll get those later. I do see a knife. Definitely want a knife. It'll give me something to fight back with if we run across wolves. Flares. Bandages. Got deer there, but I have enough food right now. So I'm not getting as cold as fast. One other thing I do want to check out. I watched a YouTuber and they were talking about how there are preppers caches located through the world, but only on 2 maps, which were Mystery Lake and Pleasant Valley. And I think there were 7 locations it could possibly spawn at. And each one has different stuff in it. And I think one was right up here. So we're going to check that out real quick. Sprain risk, I'm getting tired. Which might not be a good idea to go up here. Probably isn't. So, I did not get a rifle where I thought I might find one. I think the next logical place to look is the trapper's cabin. It's not too far away, but my condition is really bad. I'm actually warming up, but I don't have... Let's see what I need. I did not find a hatchet. So, sticks. Can't break down any wood. Might be able to break down a chair, I think, with your hands. I'm not sure. So let's see if I saw any wood here. Yes. So take that. Break it down. Yes, I can. Collect that. Once I find a hatchet, then I can break down. Let's go and break down a chair. Cooking pot here.
Man, I am too tired to think straight.
So I did look in all those. sure I didn't miss anything on there. And I searched him. So I did pick up some books. I'm going to pick up another one. They're good for starting fires. And let's start a fire. Book, 80% chance. So let's go ahead and see if we can start this. Alright. Give it all to them. I don't want to carry it. And we'll move that over there. Cook up some water. Move you there. Cook up some more water. And I should be warming up nicely. Let's see what our water situation is. Yeah, we're almost out of water. So frostbite is healed. This will give me
I'm starving.
just over a gallon of water. I'm gonna drink some now. And then, did I find coffee? No, I did not find coffee. But I will brew up a couple of herbal teas. Let's see what we have to eat. I really don't like eating sardines. Did not have much luck eating those. 4 minutes. And I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to put them outside. We'll take a chance on the peaches. Okay, I'm going to drink. And that will give me improved rest. And sleep for 3 hours. And still middle of the night. I do have some energy. Nope. I want to get to the trapper's cabin. My next move. One thing I do want to do is go down here and refill this. And we're at 52 pounds. So I think we're going to have to go with that. Very cold out, and I am fully warmed up. I'll use up all my energy. So I believe I can shortcut through here instead of going down there and around. There are two other locations that I've seen weapons found. Trapper's cabin, and then where the ruined tower is. So with our poor start with clothing, didn't get a chance to go up there. Would have liked to have hit all these locations within the first 24 hours. And nothing there. And if I can make it to the trapper's cabin, I will sleep there. It'll force me to be a little more. But taking full period here. Go and loot the hydro dam and a couple of other little places that I remember. Hit those and then move out of here and head toward Pleasant Valley.
No rest suit in that thing.
Being as tired as I am, I'm going to try not to climb up any place. Birch bark. More really quick. Oh. Probably is more, but I don't want to spend a lot of time looking for it. Is that a stone or coal? Oh. I don't think you can throw coal. I think you can only throw stones. Come on, no springs. Somewhere around here. Yes, there it is. That is my destination. Cattails, we're going to have to collect a lot of those. And I think I'm too cold to get any of the deer. Nothing in there. What's that? Rock. A backpack with a pistol in it and a rifle would have been nice.
Jesus, this is cold.
Yeah, we're going inside. Much warmer in there. So I can see lights in the cabin from the windows. from the inside is dark. More revolver ammunition. How about giving me a revolver? Ooh, a rifle will work.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Nope, we can't. I don't trust it. But I do like
Thank
that.
you.
22%, and they gave me a cleaning kit. Take that,
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
that. So the only thing that I really need right now would be a hatchet. All these things. I know I am burning through the fuel in my lantern. But I want to take care of... I don't know why I do that. Too much weight, I don't need it. Back up here.
I think I can use this.
Flare shell. I have not found a flare yet. Flare gun. I found a shell, the flare shells. Another hunting knife. We'll see which one is better. One piece of wood. Search these containers.
This stuff will come in handy.
Another accelerant, I needed that. Let's turn this off. So I had no idea how to get into safes and had to look it up on YouTube. So it's 42. And 36. $42, 36, and between 50 and 55. Alright.
I'll take it.
There's the MRE. I can deal with an MRE. Even one in poor condition. Because I figured out what I could do is take the MRE, eat it, and even if it gave me food poisoning, I could sleep for 10 hours and it would heal me up, and I've got a lot of food. So what I am going to do now is, it's getting close to an hour here, and I'm going to get myself ready for bed. Get some of my strength back. Okay, so let's do the sodas. They're heavy. They give me drink. I don't drink that. And they give me calories. And I want to touch those. So we will go with, and I got plenty of them. go with pork and beans. Because in the beginning I want to be able to get the well-fed bonus. And that way, oh, I should have drank the tea. That way I can carry more in the beginning. So what we're going to do is sleep for 10 hours. And then when we wake up, we will be in the next episode. So I hope you join me in the next episode and see how this noob gets along. And if you have some comments, some constructive feedback, please leave them in the comments. Like it if you like it. If you didn't like it, put a no like. I am not going to be a professional YouTuber or one of these people you see a lot on Twitch with a lot of followers. That's not my purpose. My purpose is just to have a little fun and to see if I could actually do it. And it has turned out to be much harder than I thought it would be. So if you have feedback, I am not above getting feedback. I like all types of feedback and try to make it something I can work on. I teach adult students, and one of the things I tell them is, enjoy feedback. Feedback is a gift, but make it something you work on. Telling me that I'm ugly and makes you sick just looking at me and you can't concentrate in one of my classes, that's not something I can change. So let me know something I can change so I can get a little bit better at this. And I will see you in the next one.